Hello everyone, welcome back. So in our last lecture we discussed the quadratic formula, we derived the quadratic formula and we solved some questions based on completing the square method. Okay, students, we will be having more practice on quadratic formula, okay, when we will be discussing the word problems. Okay, but before that, the final topic of this chapter is nature of roots of quadratic equation. So today we will start with this final topic, nature of roots of quadratic equation, because this topic is again very important, students. The question is coming directly from this topic every year. Okay, no matter in 1 mark or 2 mark or 4 mark, the question is coming from this topic, nature of roots of a quadratic equation. Okay, so students, now we have to discuss, as we know, we have two roots of a quadratic equation that we can calculate by quadratic formula. Let me just write the quadratic formula again, then we will discuss the nature of the solutions or nature of the roots of a quadratic equation. See, what was the equation? What was the quadratic equation, students? The quadratic equation in the general form was this: ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, and for solving this kind of quadratic equation, actually we took the help of factorization, and in the last lecture only we derived a formula. The formula was quadratic formula. Okay, let me write the quadratic formula with blue ink. Okay, let me write the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula for solving this kind of equation will be: the value of x was equal to minus b plus minus under the root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This was our quadratic formula we derived in the last lecture only. Okay, students, now we have to discuss the two roots, the nature of two roots. As we know, when we take plus sign and minus sign, okay, in one case we will take plus sign in between minus b and root b square minus 4ac for getting first root, and for getting second root we will take negative sign, minus sign in between. Okay, so we will have two roots. Now we will discuss the nature of these roots. Okay, what kind of roots will be there. Okay, so students, this factor b square minus 4ac is gonna decide the nature of roots. So this factor is going to be very important. I am just highlighting. See students, this b square minus 4ac is going to be the deciding factor for nature of roots. Okay students, so we name this discriminant. Okay, this expression b square minus 4ac is named as discriminant. Okay, so let me write, students, here b square minus 4ac. Okay, this expression is known as discriminant, and we will denote it by capital D. Discriminant. Why I am using the word discriminant? Because it will discriminate in the nature of roots. Okay, it will tell us what kind of roots the quadratic equation will have. Okay, so let me write, students, this capital D is equal to b square minus 4ac. Also, I can write the quadratic formula again in this form. Okay, x is nothing but minus b plus minus square root of d, because d is nothing but b square minus 4ac. No problem, students. This is the quadratic formula. Okay, now let's just see how it can decide the nature of root. Okay, see students carefully. There can be three possible cases, okay, of this capital D. In case number one, suppose the value of this capital D is 0. That means the value of this b square minus 4ac is 0. Okay, now in this case what will happen? Just check, students. The value of x will be minus b plus minus root 0 upon 2a. Now root 0 is 0, students. No problem in this. So x is going to be minus b plus minus root 0 upon 2a. Now students, no matter if I add root 0 is 0, so let me write here 0 only. Okay, now students, no matter if I add 0 to minus b or subtract 0 from minus b, okay, it will give no impact on this minus b. Okay, so minus b plus minus 0. If I take positive sign in between, I will have minus b plus 0. So minus b plus 0 will become minus b upon 2a, and when I will take negative sign, it will again become minus b upon 2a, students. So what you see? You see we have the two equal roots. We have the two equal roots. Also these roots are real because a, b, c are real numbers. So b upon 2a is going to be real number only. Okay. So students, in this particular case, we will say the roots are equal and real. Okay. So let us fill this table. Okay, students. In this table we will put the value of discriminant, then nature of roots, and what exactly roots are. Okay. So let me just fill the first row of this table, value of discriminant. The value of discriminant d is equal to 0. Then nature of roots. The nature of roots are real and equal. Okay, so the roots are real and equal. So real and equal roots are there. No problem, students. Now what are the roots actually? We just derived the roots. Roots are nothing but minus b upon 2a, comma, the two equal roots, that is the second root is also minus b upon 2a. No problem, students, in this particular case. Now let's discuss the second case. In the second case, students, d can be greater than 0. In case number 1, I took d equal to 0. Now in the case number 2, I am taking d greater than 0. Okay, now students, just see, if d is greater than 0, then what will happen? Okay, if d is greater than 0, obviously d is greater than 0. When we will solve the square root of d, I will have a real number. Okay, so I will have two distinct real roots. Let me just show you, students. Let me just show you. When d is greater than 0, when d is greater than 0, in the case number 2, I am taking the d greater than 0, positive number. Okay, this is the case number 2. So let me write, students, here x will be minus b plus minus under the root of d. Since d is a positive number, the square root of positive number is also a real number. Okay, square root of any positive real number is always a real number. So there will be two roots. One when we will take positive sign in between, and other when we will take negative sign in between. So the roots are going to be this one. One is minus b plus root d upon 2a. Okay, and minus b minus root d upon 2a. No problem, students. Now students, in the case number 2 only, I can take more division. See how? Suppose this d is a perfect square. If d is perfect square, now students, if d is perfect square, अगर d एक परफेक्ट स्क्वायर हुआ तो परफेक्ट स्क्वायर का जो स्क्वायर रूट होगा वो एक नेचुरल नंबर होगा. नो प्रॉब्लम. परफेक्ट स्क्वायर्स का स्क्वायर रूट होगा वो नेचुरल नंबर होगा. तो जब माइनस बी प्लस माइनस एनी नेचुरल नंबर अपॉन 2a होगा तो गारंटीड आपको रैशनल नंबर मिलेंगे, क्योंकि जितने भी परफेक्ट स्क्वायर्स के स्क्वायर रूट होते हैं वो नेचुरल नंबर होते हैं. और फिर नेचुरल नंबर में अगर आप कोई भी इंटीजर प्लस माइनस करोगे तो अल्टीमेटली आपको सॉल्व करने के बाद एक रैशनल नंबर ही मिलने वाला है. तो व्हेन d इज परफेक्ट स्क्वायर, आई विल से स्टूडेंट्स द रूट्स आर गोइंग टू बी रैशनल. ओके, रैशनल एंड डिस्टिंक्ट रूट्स. डिफरेंट रूट्स तो होने ही है, क्योंकि एक बार प्लस साइन लेंगे एक बार माइनस साइन लेंगे. सो व्हेन d इज परफेक्ट स्क्वायर, आई विल से रैशनल रूट्स विल बी देयर. रैशनल रूट्स विल बी देयर. नाउ इफ d इज नॉन परफेक्ट स्क्वायर, देन अगर d एक नॉन परफेक्ट स्क्वायर हुआ तो ऑब्वियस सी बात है किसी भी नॉन परफेक्ट स्क्वायर का जो स्क्वायर रूट होगा वो एक इर्रेशनल क्वांटिटी होगी. तो जब भी d एक नॉन परफेक्ट स्क्वायर होगा तो गारंटीड हमको इर्रेशनल रूट्स मिलेंगे. स्टूडेंट्स, कैसे मिलेंगे? इर्रेशनल रूट्स मिलेंगे. तो लेट्स जस्ट फिल द फॉलोइंग इंफॉर्मेशन इन दिस पर्टिकुलर टेबल. ओके, I am taking here the case when d is greater than 0 and also D is perfect square. D is perfect square. Okay, in this case, rational and distinct. Distinct means, students, different. Rational and distinct roots. Okay. And the values of the roots are going to be this minus b plus minus root d upon 2a. One root when I'll take positive sign in between, and other root when I'll take negative sign in between. I guess no confusion in this. Okay, students, let me write the two roots separately. Okay, one is this and another root is this one. Now suppose the same case, d is greater than 0 but d is non-perfect square. D is non-perfect square. So in this particular case, students, roots are going to be irrational. Two irrational and distinct roots. Irrational and distinct roots will be there. Okay, and the roots are going to be the same. X is minus b plus root d upon 2a, the one root, and the another root is going to be minus b minus root d upon 2a, because root d is irrational. Okay, this complete expression will become irrational. Okay, we know whenever we add irrational to rational, the whole number will become irrational. Okay, now students, let's take the third case. Okay, the third case, because in the second case we took the two parts. Okay, and now the final case. In the final case, I am considering the value of d lesser than 0. Now students, just think, if d is lesser than 0 means d is negative. When d is negative, what's going to be the condition? Okay, if d is negative, we know the square root of any negative number is not a real number, is an imaginary quantity. So students, this root d will become imaginary quantity. Okay, so we will say no real roots. No real roots will be there. Okay, so जब भी discriminant 0 से छोटा होगा, जब भी b square minus 4ac नेगेटिव होगा, तो स्टूडेंट्स हम कहेंगे कि इक्वेशंस आर, दिस इक्वेशन इज नॉट सॉल्वेबल बिकॉज वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट any real value of x. Okay, we will be getting the imaginary values of x. Okay, that is not our concern in 10th standard. Okay, so students, here we will say in the final case, when the value of d is lesser than 0 or the value of d is negative, then in this case we will say no real root exists. No real roots exist. Clear, students? No problem in this. Here we don't have roots, so we cannot fill this particular block because we are not having real roots here. Okay, students? But in the 11th standard, you will see we will be writing this complex root also. Okay, this imaginary roots also. Okay, but that is in 11th standard only. So students, what we can conclude? We can conclude one thing, that whenever the discriminant b square minus 4ac is lesser than 0, we don't need to solve the equation. Okay, we just write that the roots are not real, the roots are not possible. Okay, no possible real roots are there. Okay, but in the other two cases, whenever d is 0, we will have two equal roots. Each one of them will be equal to minus b upon 2a, and in the case when d is greater than 0, okay, we have two real and distinct roots. Okay, when d is perfect square, we will have rational roots. When d is non-perfect square, we will have irrational roots. I hope this final topic is now clear to everyone. Okay, now it's time to solve questions. Okay, students, let's just solve more questions on quadratic formula first. Then we will be coming on questions on this nature of roots. Then we will be coming the final topic, that is word problems. Okay, so let's take some questions on quadratic formula. Suppose the question is in this way: solve by quadratic formula. Solve by applying quadratic formula. Okay, let's have questions. The first question, the first part of the question I am taking. Suppose we have to solve this: 2x square plus x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now students, just compare it with the general form, compare it with the standard form, and just let me know the values of a, b, c. Here we can check the value of a is plus 2, the coefficient of x square. The value of b is plus 1 because the coefficient of x is plus 1, and the value of constant term c is minus 4 with the sign. Okay, now students, first of all we will be calculating b square minus 4ac. ओके, सबसे पहले हम डिस्क्रिमिनेंट निकाल लेंगे b स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac. वो हमको डायरेक्टली बता देगा कि रूट्स पॉसिबल भी है या नहीं है. ओके, चलिए, d की वैल्यू होती है b स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac. नाउ लेट्स जस्ट कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ d स्टूडेंट्स. b स्क्वायर इज नथिंग बट 1 स्क्वायर minus 4. The value of a is 2 and the value of c is minus 4. Okay, now students, let's just simplify this. 1 square is 1. Now students, it's minus minus will become plus, and 4 2s are 8, 8 4s are 32. So here the value of capital D is 1 plus 32 or 33. So students, since D is a positive number, we are going to get two रियल एंड डिस्टिंक्ट रूट्स. दो अलग अलग रियल रूट्स आने वाले हैं. अच्छा, रैशनल और इरैशनल? इरैशनल, बिकॉज 33 इज नॉट अ परफेक्ट स्क्वायर. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट्स, लेट्स जस्ट राइट द रूट्स. ओके, द फॉर्मूला वाज माइनस बी प्लस माइनस अंडर द रूट ऑफ डी अपॉन 2a. सेकेंड वन, एंड आई एम जस्ट चेंजिंग अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. ओके, now students, the question is 2x square plus x plus 4 is equal to 0. Here again the value of a is plus 2, the value of b is plus 1, the value of c is now plus 4. Now if I calculate d here, I will have again b square minus 4ac. So the value of d is going to be what? The value of d is going to be 1 square. The value of d is going to be 1 square minus 4 into 2. Okay, let me just write. It's 1 square minus 4 into 2 into 4. So students, can you check? It's 1 minus 4 2s are 16, 16, 4 2s are 8, 8 4s are 32. So it's going to be 32. So the value of d is 1 minus 32 or minus 31. So students, you can check here. We are getting the value of d negative, and we know whenever d is negative, the roots are not real, the roots are not possible. So yes, we will say here, no real roots of given quadratic equation exist. No real roots exist. Clear students? Let's take one final question based on this quadratic formula. Okay, then we will be covering the word problems. Okay, the third and final question I am taking. See students, the question is this: 36x square minus 12ax plus a square minus b square, this complete is the constant term students, is equal to 0. Now students, just let me know first of all a, b and c value. Okay students, because small a, small b are used in the given question, so I'll be taking the coefficient of x square as capital A, the coefficient of x as capital B, and the constant term as capital C. There should be no confusion in this. Okay, so the value of capital A is 36, the value of capital B is minus 12a, the coefficient of x. Okay, and the value of capital C is a square minus b square, the complete constant term. let's just calculate capital D, that is b square minus 4ac. Okay, so the capital D is going to be b square minus 4ac, the discriminant. Now let's just put the values, students. It's going to be minus 12a whole square minus 4. The value of a is 36 and the value of c is a square minus b square. Now students, we have to simplify this. You can check minus 12a, if I take the square, minus negative square is positive, 12 square is 144, a square is a square. Now here minus 4 into 36 will become minus 144, and when I multiply minus 144 inside the bracket, it will become minus 144a square and minus minus plus 144b square. I just multiplied inside the bracket. Okay, so students, what happened? This 144a square will get cancel out. So the value of D is 144b square. Students, can I write this as a whole square, a perfect square, 12b whole square? Can you observe, students? 144 is nothing but the square of 12. So yes, I can write D as 12b whole square. So here D is perfect square. Since D is a perfect square, what we are going to get? We are going to get rational roots. Okay. Now let's just calculate the roots. Okay. So the roots are x is equal to minus b plus minus under the root of D upon 2a. Okay, let's just put the value. Minus b, the value of b was minus 12a. Okay, let me use the capital letters because I used capital letter. So the roots are this one, minus capital B plus minus root D upon 2a. Okay, so yes, it's going to be minus of minus 12a plus minus under the root of 12b whole square. 12b whole square. Now students, square and square root will get cancelled out. Okay, and 2 times a, the value of a was 36. So the required answer we are gonna get is, see, it is 12a plus minus 12b upon 2 into 36 is 72. Now students, you can observe 12 can be taken common from the numerator. So we will have a plus minus b upon 72. 12 and 72 will get cancelled out. So we will have the two values of x. One way we will take plus sign in between. So the value is a plus b by 6 and the next is a minus b by 6 when we will take the negative sign in between. Clear students? No problem in this. Okay, so yes, we have completed one more question on quadratic formula. Okay, now it's time to start the word problems, but before that let me give two questions for you. Okay, for quadratic formula. Okay, on quadratic formula I am giving you two questions. Okay, so just write homework, students. Okay, see, first question I am giving you this one. Solve a square x square b square. It's b square a square x square. Okay, b square a square x square minus, inside the bracket we have 4b raised to the power 4 minus a raised to the power 4 minus 3a raised to the power 4. Wait a minute. 4b raised to the power 4 minus 3a raised to the power 4 times x minus 12 b square a square is equal to 0. You have to simplify this quadratic equation. Okay, students? The calculation will be good. Okay, so solve carefully, students. Okay, there should be no silly mistake in solving. Okay, then only you will get the correct answer. Okay, let me give you one more question, students. The question number 2. You will have NCERT also. Okay, you will solve NCERT on your own. Okay, once you know the quadratic formula, you can solve any question of NCERT from this quadratic formula. Okay, Let me give you the next one also, students. This question is again a very nice question. 9x square minus 9 times a plus b x plus 2a square plus 5ab plus 2b square. This complete is the constant term. This complete is the constant term is equal to 0. Okay, obviously answer will be in the terms of a and b. Okay, so there should be no confusion in this. What are the a and b? Okay, and see, these are the two questions for your homework, and let me give the final one. Okay, the final question on this quadratic formula. Okay, the question I am giving to you, the same question we did before when we were solving the factorization. Okay, the equations that are simplificable to quadratic. Okay, these equations are after simplification will become quadratic. Okay, so it's the equation is 1 upon x plus 1, okay, plus 2 upon x plus 2 plus 2 upon x plus 2, and it's equal to 4 upon x plus 4. Now students, what cannot be the values of x? Let me just write that also. X cannot be minus 1, x cannot be minus 2, and x cannot be minus 4. Okay, don't tell me these three values, minus 1, minus 2, minus 4, because these three values will make denominator 0, and that's not accepted at all. Okay, now let's take questions on nature of roots of quadratic equation. As I told you in the beginning of lecture, it's very important. Okay, so let's solve, students, questions on this. First question I am taking, we have to find the value of an unknown and we will be given the nature of root. Okay, see, suppose the first question is, for what value of k? For what value of k the following equation have real and equal roots? The following equations have real and equal roots. So we are given that the roots are real and equal. Now students, what is the condition when the roots are real and equal? Okay, remember the condition. Case number 1, when d is 0, the discriminant is 0. So we just need to put discriminant to 0. Okay, so let's take the first part of this. The first part I am taking, students, suppose the given quadratic equation is 3x square plus 2x plus k is equal to 0. Now students, you may observe here the value of a is plus 3, the coefficient of x square, the value of b is plus 2, the coefficient of x, and the constant term is plus k. Okay, so let's just calculate discriminant. Okay, because we know discriminant is 0. Okay, we are calculating discriminant. Okay, so discriminant is 2 square b square minus 4. The value of a is 3 and the value of c is k. Okay, so the discriminant is nothing but 4 minus 12k. Okay, I just simplified. Okay, now students, we will write, since the roots are equal, therefore d should be 0, the discriminant should be 0, the b square minus 4ac should be 0. So yes, we will write that d is 0. Okay, if d is 0, that means 4 minus 12k, this expression is equal to 0. No problem, students. And from here I can write minus 12k is equal to minus 4, and the value of k is nothing but minus 4 upon minus 12. Students, after simplifying, you will get the value of k is nothing but plus 1 upon 3. Okay, so the required answer is 1 upon 3. Clear, students? So yes, we will write the value of k is 1 upon 3, and that's your answer. Okay, students, let's take the second part of the same question. Okay, the second part I am taking in this way, students. Suppose the given equation is 2k plus 1 x square, then it's plus 2 times k plus 3. In the bracket we have k plus 3 and then it's x, then plus k plus 5 and it's 0. Okay, and we have to find the value of k again. Okay, so students, here if you check, the coefficient of x square is 2k plus 1. Okay, and the coefficient of x is 2 times k plus 3. Okay, so let me write 2 times k plus 3. Okay, and the constant term is this k plus 5. No problem. Now students, here again we will calculate the discriminant and we will put the discriminant equal to 0. Okay, so let me just write since roots are equal, therefore d is 0, therefore discriminant is 0. Okay, now we just need to put the discriminant to 0. We know, students, d is nothing but b square minus 4ac. Okay, so let's just put b square minus 4ac to 0. Okay, so b is 2 times k plus 3 and we have to take whole square, so just write whole square minus 4a, the value of a is 2k plus 1 and the value of c is k plus 5 and it's equal to 0. Okay, now students, we have to just simplify this. See, 2 square is 4 and if I take the if I expand the whole square of k plus 3, so I will have k square plus 2 3s are 6k plus 3 square is 9. I just took the square of 2, that is 4, and k plus 3 whole square I just expand using the identity. Okay, now it's minus 4. If I multiply these two brackets, you may check 2k plus 1 and k plus 5. I will have 2k into k, 2k square plus 2k into 5 plus 10k and plus k, it will become 11k. I am writing directly, it's 11k, and 1 into k, it's plus 5. No problem, students, it's plus 5 is equal to 0. Now students, can you observe that 4 can be taken completely common? Okay, 4 can be taken completely common, so we will have inside the bracket k square plus 6k plus 9 minus 2k square minus 11k and minus 5. Because minus is outside the bracket, it will change the sign of each term. Okay, so students, from here since 4 cannot equal to 0, or you can think that 4 is just divided by 0. Okay, so yes, 4 is in the denominator of 0. Okay, so yes, we can write after simplifying that it's minus k square, because k square minus 2k square will become minus k square. Okay, 6k minus 11k, it will become minus 5k, and 9 minus 5 will become plus 4 is equal to 0. No problem, students. Let's just multiply by minus 1 both the sides in order to make the coefficient of k square positive. Okay, and if you don't want to do that, it's up to you. Okay, see, I am multiplying by minus 1 because I want k square coefficient as positive. Okay, see students, it will become plus k square plus 5k, okay, and minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, don't confuse, students. I just multiplied by minus 1, or you can just think I just changed the sign, I just changed the side, so that sign of each term is changed. Okay, now students, just observe, this is nothing but a quadratic equation again. This is nothing but a quadratic equation again, but this time the variable is k. Okay, and we know how to solve a quadratic equation, because you may observe that this is nothing but the standard form of a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c, here ak square plus bk plus c. Okay, so students, for getting the values of this, for getting the values of this k, either you can use the quadratic formula, or if you want to go by any other method, you can go. I am just telling you the quadratic formula, okay, because we have to practice the quadratic formula also. Okay, so students, applying quadratic formula, I will be getting the values of k. So the values of k is going to be minus 5 plus minus under the root of b square minus 4ac. You may check the value of b is plus 5. So 5 square will become 25 minus 4ac. The value of a is 1 and the value of c is minus 4. So upon 2, and the coefficient of k square is 1. Okay students, there should be no confusion. We are just getting the value of k by applying the quadratic formula. Okay, obviously there will be two values of k, and from here we will have minus minus will become plus, so 25 plus 16. Okay, can I write directly 25 plus 16 is 41? So yes, minus 5 plus minus root 41 upon 2. So students, the answer is going to be minus 5 plus root 41 upon 2. This is the positive answer, this is the one root, and by taking negative sign in between you will have the other roots, and these two are the answers. These two are the required values of k. Okay students, here we cannot factorize this plus 5. Okay, so we have to use either quadratic formula, or if you want to go, you can go by the completing square method, but that will be the waste of time. Okay, because we have now formula, so we will be using the formula everywhere. Okay, so this two values of k is the required answer. Okay. Question number 3 is your homework. Okay, let me write the question. The question is, the equation is kx square minus 2kx plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay students, this is the question for your homework. And again I am taking a question. Suppose the next question is kx times 3x minus 10 plus 25 is equal to 0. First of all, simplify it to get the standard form, then only apply the condition for equal roots. Okay, and one more, the final one, it's k minus 12 x square plus 2 times k minus 12 x plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so solve these three questions in your homework. Okay, now students, let me take the final question of the today's class. Okay, the final question of today's class. See, if roots of, I am writing a equation, if roots of equation a minus b x square plus b minus c x plus c minus a is equal to 0. This is the given quadratic equation, and if roots of this particular equation are equal, then we have to prove that, what we have to prove? We have to prove a result. The result is 2 times a is equal to b plus c. Students, this question you may expect in the standard paper only. Okay, it's a good question, a good calculation will be there. Okay, so yes, you can expect this kind of question in your standard paper only. Okay, so let's solve, students, an important question. It may be asked in 4 mark. Okay, so let's solve this. Students, you may check here we have to apply the same, the condition for equal roots, that is discriminant is equal to 0. Okay, so let's just simplify this. Okay, students, just let me know what is the coefficient of x square here. Let me use capital A because A, B, C are used in the equation already. Okay, so capital A is A minus B, capital B is B minus C, and capital C is C minus A. Okay, so since roots are equal, since roots are given equal, since roots are equal, we will say therefore discriminant should be 0. Okay, so yes, we will say since roots are equal, therefore discriminant is going to be 0. Okay, now students, just observe the calculation carefully. Okay, see, discriminant D is equal to 0. So let's just write the value of discriminant B square minus 4AC is equal to 0. Now what is the value of B? The value of capital B is B minus C whole square minus 4. The value of A, is A minus B, and C, the value of C is C minus A is equal to 0. Now students, we have to simplify this and we have to prove that 2A is equal to B plus C. Okay, so let's just simplify this. B minus C whole square. Students, if you expand the bracket using the identity, you will have B square minus 2BC plus C square. No problem, students. And suppose, students, this minus 4A minus B C minus A, this is the complete term. If I transpose the complete term in the right hand side, it will become positive. So it is plus 4, and we have to multiply the two brackets A minus B and C minus B and C minus A. What I did, I just transposed the complete term minus 4A minus B C minus A in the right hand side, and I am multiplying the two brackets A minus B and C minus A. Okay, don't get confused. So if I multiply these two brackets, students, what I am gonna get? I am gonna get A into C AC, then A into minus A square, then minus B into C minus BC, and minus B into minus A. It's a plus BA or AB. No problem. Now we have to just simplify. Okay, so students, here if I simplify, I will have B square minus 2BC plus C square is equal to, if I multiply 4 inside the bracket, I will have 4 times AC minus 4 times A square minus 4 times BC plus 4 times AB. So students, we got this expression. But what we have to prove? We have to prove 2A is equal to B plus C. Okay, so after simplifying, we have to make this expression that B plus C is equal to 2A. Okay, this equation has been converted into 2A is equal to B plus C. Okay, so how we can simplify? See, students, carefully. This minus 4A square, if I transpose in the left hand side, it will become plus 4A square. Okay, and we have plus B square, no problem, and also we have plus C square. Okay, now students, carefully observe. This plus 4AB, when I write in the left hand side, it will become minus 4AB. Okay, this minus 4BC when comes in the left hand side, this minus 4BC when comes in the left hand side, okay, it will become plus 4BC, and 4BC minus 2BC will become plus 2BC, and the final one is this plus 4AC, when I write in the leftmost side, it will become minus 4AC equal to 0. No problem, students. Okay, no problem at all. Now what we have to do? Okay, we have to just observe that this is nothing but an identity. Okay, you just need to observe once, it's an identity. Okay, so let me just show you what identity is this. See, this is nothing but 2A whole square. Okay, now students, just let me know if I write this B square in this way. Any problem? Why I am writing you will know very soon. And if I write this plus c in this way, minus c whole square, no problem. Okay, now minus 4ab can I break in this way? 2 times 2a into minus b. Just check, students, no problem at all. Now if I break this plus 2bc in this way, plus 2 minus b minus c. Okay, and the final one I am breaking in this way, 2 into plus 2a and minus c. I hope many of you just got the idea what identity is formed. The identity a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac has been formed, and we studied that this is nothing but the a plus b plus c whole square. Okay, so students, here because 2a is considered as a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac, the identity has been formed. So yes, we can write this as 2a plus b plus c and its whole square. If you expand this whole square using the identity a plus b plus c whole square, you will get the same expression. Okay, and in the right hand side we had 0. Okay, no problem. So yes, taking the square root both of the sides, we will have 2a plus minus is minus, and here plus minus is c is equal to 0 because square root of 0 is 0. So students, from here you can see the result is 2a is equal to b plus c, and that's our required result. Okay, so this is the very nice question based on this condition for equal and real roots. Okay, now students, we will have more questions in the next lecture, and in the next lecture only we will be starting the word problems. Okay, and after word problems the chapter is completed. So see you in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Bye bye.